All right, we're excited for this one today because today we have this, the Insta360 Go 3. This is brand new. This is a really cool camera. I wanted to do more vertical video, try to get some things out a little quicker. I was looking for something small. We've done some GoPro stuff. Hopefully you've seen, because you're already subscribed to our channel, that we've done some GoPro stuff with a head cam. It's not bad, but it's not really that comfortable. So in my quest to find something more comfortable, more small, that I can do some just videos on the quick, I found this. And the Go 3, it's almost like some hybrid between a GoPro and a little tiny camera. So we're going to open it up. We're going to tell you about this, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to try this. We're going to open the box. Here we go. Boom. Wow. Do you see that? Can you see that? I got to show you. Do you see that? That is awesome. They've made custom inserts so that it's good. So check this out, okay? And I said, wow, how did they attach this to here? Oh, it's magnetic. It can stick to anything that's magnetic. Did you notice how small this is? This is literally about the size of my thumb. Is that cool or what? It's 2 inches. What is that? 1 inch. So it's 1 inch by 2 inches, and it's magnetic. Look at that. I mean, I could literally stick my ruler into something like this box and watch. It's a dang camera stand now. Let's get in the box. Let's see what this can do. Now, the one thing that you should know is it's only 35 grams. That is tiny. It's nothing. It's really nothing. It's no hands because you could stick it anywhere. They make clips. They make all kind of stuff. It does 2.7K at 30 frames a second. Well, guess what? For most everything that you're doing, for the content that I want to show you all, 2.7K is going to be great. You're going to say, big man, wow, that looks great. Right? This thing has 2 microphones built in, one there, so you can get stereo recordings if you want. Okay, so we've got a little user guide. Obviously, we've got some sort of accessory pack here. Let's see what's in here. It looks like charging cable maybe. Yep, it's USB-C. It's got some little accessories that come with it. One of the cool accessories that I know came with it, there's a few in this box. Let's open up this little bag. This is a little base that this thing wants to stick to. So they've given us this little rubber pad, and what this is for, you'll see, it's so that if you're sticking it on something that it's magnetic, you can actually then angle your camera with the magnetism, because otherwise it's going to sit this way. So say it's on my shirt and it's at slightly the wrong angle, I can slide this to adjust and fine tune what angle this device is at. Let's see what else we got. We got this clip. This thing, I don't know if you saw it, like literally grabs it out of my hand. This has a clip, so you could clip it onto your shirt. You could clip it onto a box. You can also rotate the angle of the camera like this way. Now, one of the features of this camera and the software that's included is if you shot it this way, you can still make landscape. If you shoot it this way, you can still make it into portrait through the included software. They have instructions on just about everything on here. It's basically just a little clip-on. Here, look, I'll show you right here. There we go. So there you go. I can clip it on. I can angle the camera with the clip. We've got this stand, which is a 2-piece stand. So it seems like it's made out of metal, and we screw it into this base. So this is a neat, nifty little pendant. You can wear this on your neck. You can do a lot of different things with it. And basically, this thing is going to stick to it. So I can put this underneath my shirt, and I could stick this to my shirt, the front of my shirt, if I like that view. And look what happens. I could hang it from there, right? So this magnet can be very useful to do that. I'm wondering, does this magnet actually stick to here? So I don't know. Oh, wait, there's a dust cap here. I didn't read the book, so I'm just experimenting with this stuff. And look, there's some sort of cap here. There's a bunch of cautions. Please make sure surface is clean. Oh, so it's got a sticky pad. This is actually like a silicone sticky pad that's under here, which could theoretically, I think it could stick to a whole lot of things. Like, look, I just stuck it to this box. So it's not magnetic, but it is sticky pad. So This thing has 2 little clips on it. This can go right like that and clip right on. You see it practically flew out of my hand. And now we can use this. We can put it all type of different places. We can put the camera in all different angles. We can use the sticky pad to stick it on just about anything we want and like that. So that's all pretty cool. Look, these are all accessories. Here it shows you there's mounting options, whether you want it to the left, to the right, or vertical on here. So here's the other part of the camera that we have. Now this is part of what's really cool. Now at first when I saw it, I said, you know what I really thought was cool about this version too, there's little, in case you don't see, there's little releases. This actually, once it magnetized, these little clips go on automatically. So it's not only magnetized, but it's locked in there. It's not going anywhere. And if you didn't notice, this is a standard 1/4" 20 tripod mount. So this can go on to any mount really. So that's also a very cool thing. Back to this. This kind of looks like a GoPro, doesn't it? Well, I thought, well, it's so bulky. I really like this little small thing, right? But check this out. These things work together. You can take this. There's some sort of sticker on the back that I'm supposed to take out. Back of the camera dissipates heat and will get hot. So that's what it's saying. It's a warning saying the back of this camera is going to get hot, so don't burn yourself. And also, as we know from GoPros and many cameras, when these things get hot, they shut down. So I'm not trying to record long videos on this. I'm going to do short videos. So I'm going to go ahead and take the lens cover off. Now check this out. This thing here, there's contacts there and contacts there, so I know it goes this way. This snaps into here. Doesn't it look like a GoPro? Looks just like a GoPro. But part of the cool part of it is that when I want, I can just know. I should probably look to see if there's some sort of release here. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't think I'm supposed to pull by the lens. I don't really know. But it looks like if I push this button, it comes out easier. I'm going to have to look and see. It's hard to believe that they want me to pull by the lens, but I can definitely see there's a clip. When I push this button, it's definitely releasing the clip, although it seems like there's a clip on this side, and I don't see anything on this side that's going to do any releasing. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, this has memory built into it. The battery on here is not removable, so you have, I think they say it's a lot of time. I'll have to get exactly the specs, but it does a lot of time. This can be used as a camera like this, as a GoPro. It's waterproof too. It's only about, I think, 16 feet or so, but it's still waterproof. It's got the flip up screen, which is very cool because if you're trying to do any kind of selfie videos, I have a GoPro Hero 11 here. Actually, it's right here. Look at this. This has a media creators kit, which is pretty cool, but it does make it slightly bigger. But this is a cool accessory. If you have a GoPro 11, this media kit gives you microphone inputs. It gives you charging. It gives you a high quality microphone built in, mounts. It's pretty cool. So I'd recommend that thing too if you have a GoPro 11. So let's do the comparison, right? Here's the two cameras. It's smaller than this GoPro for sure. It's about the same height and width is similar. It might be a little tiny bit bigger, especially with this in there. The cool part about this is I can use this as a camera just like you would your GoPro. If I want to see the front screen, I can flip this up and see the screen all the way on the front, which now you'll see it's a bigger screen. It's got a better aspect ratio than the GoPro, and I think it's a bit brighter as well. So you have that ability. Now, what I think is also really cool about this is it does all this, but then if I want to use just my little portion, I can go like this, pull this guy out. I can now use this for vertical video, and the case becomes a remote control for the camera. I can monitor what they're seeing on the camera. So if I'm wearing it on my shirt, or I'm wearing it on my hat, or I'm putting it onto something, I can monitor what it's picking up on this screen. I have the ability to change the settings to start and stop the shutter. By the way, this is also voice activated, so I can just tell it start recording. It's got image stabilization. It's got horizon lock. It does almost everything that the GoPro stuff does, right? If I'm going back and forth, it's still going to look steady. That's how they've designed this. You're not going to see those bumps. They call it flow state and 360-degree horizon lock. So this can literally be going in circles and it will keep the horizon steady. So you're not getting these crazy videos that are, make make you seasick or car sick just to watch them. It's going to should look very, very steady as well. So it just has so many features. I mean, between the size of this thing and the ability to put it in here and have like a full GoPro, this case charges this. So by keeping it in the case, you're charging it continually. It does so many things. Like I said, voice control, it's got the pendant, it's got the image stabilization, it's got the horizon lock. Yes, it's only 2.7K, but that's pretty darn good. We get so spoiled in today's world. We're saying, oh, only 2.7K. God, 5-10 years ago, we'd have died for that. But now we're okay. Well, so it does have extended battery life. Like I was telling you, you can do about 45 minutes, supposedly. I haven't tested it just by this. This one has 64 gig. They have them 32 gig, 64, 128. It's not expandable. It's not removable. It's built in. But with this case and this camera, you can get about 170 minutes. So almost 3 hours of recording. I have GoPro. I get 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe on a battery. I can replace the battery, but I have to keep batteries with me because the battery is going to be out. I guarantee it. Also, if you don't know, the higher the resolution you record, the more battery it's going to eat up, and the hotter the device is going to get. They're all related. So that being said, you have to keep that all in mind as far as battery life and what's important to you. The higher resolution, more battery, overheating, those things all make a difference. If your camera's overheating and you record in a lower resolution, your camera won't overheat as fast because it doesn't have to generate as much heat to record less quality video. It's just that simple. Let's try the camera and see what we can do and go from there. Like I said, it's waterproof. The software that comes with it, it also has AI, so it can help you put together your edits very, very fast. And as I said, you can do it horizontal or vertical, and it can handle all that stuff. This, by the way, is about a $400 unit, 64 gig. They have some different kits that have basically different mounts. They have one with a selfie stick and one with a tripod. For me and what I'm doing, the provided mounts, honestly, I got to give them, some kudos and a thumbs up because look, they gave us the clip-on, they gave us the magnetic pendant, they gave us this mount that goes everywhere. So to me, there's not a lot of mounts that I really am lacking. Okay, maybe a selfie stick, maybe, but I'm not trying to do selfies. So what do I need that for? So there it is. Let's get in and see what we can do. Also, I wanted to mention that it does video, it does stills, it does time lapse, they have slow motion, time shift, they got loop recording, it does all the different modes that you would want. It records. You have to, I believe, export from their software into the common formats that we all use like MP4, but once you run it through their software, it comes out just great. It does have Bluetooth 5, so it's a very recent iteration of Bluetooth. It will use 5 gigahertz for Wi-Fi. A lot of these kind of devices won't. They'll only use 2.4, but this will do 5 gigahertz. It's USB Type-C. It's got a gyroscope built in. Okay, so we have our quick start guide here, and it says Action Pod button. So I think I already did that because I turned it on, but it's saying camera not detected. Please ensure it's within Bluetooth range. Now I wonder, I'd imagine there's probably a power button on this thing. Oh, it seems like the front of it is a button. I just pushed in the front and look, it's beeping, flashing, and look, download the Insta360 app in the App Store to activate your camera. So I guess I'm going to have to do that. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab cable that came with it. It's right here. And what am I, blind? Let's go ahead. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to plug it in here to the charger I have handy. I'm going to plug that in like that. Let's get some charge. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I've plugged in the camera, I popped the little camera into the base unit just so we can get a little charge. So on here it says download the Insta360 app and App Store or Google Play to activate your camera, which I've now done. I'm going to open up the app. Here we go, connect device. Connect, says phone setting. Please turn on Wi-Fi again and return to the app. Please turn on Bluetooth, so that's checked. Please allow the app to connect to nearby devices. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to ask me if it can do it. I'm going to say allow. This thing did ask for a lot of permissions, like required notifications to be enabled. So I don't love that. I don't like to be forced to do stuff, but okay, whatever. We're going to get through this, right? I'm going to click on the Go 3. There it is. It's connecting. Confirm connection on the device. I've now connected it. Bluetooth connecting. New firmware found. Seems like this always happens, right? And just like I always tell you, let's do it. Download it super quick. And let's see, it's Bluetooth connecting. If we wanted to connect to a different device, it's giving us that option. Let's go ahead and wait a minute. Waiting, connecting, doing its thing. It's charging, and we're waiting. Connected device. Let's go ahead and connect. Allow. Suggested Wi-Fi networks. We're going to say allow. We're going to new firmware update. I did see in the back a low battery warning. I hate that. Low battery. Make sure the power is greater than 25% to successfully complete a firmware. But you know, I think we can do it without firmware. So let's go and say got it. And proxy mode. Enable proxy mode. After you enable mode, other applications can access the internet using mobile data. Let's click on the question mark and see if they have any more explanation for us. Stay connected to the internet when using the 360 app for Android. When your device is connected to the camera via the Insta360 app, you'll find that other apps cannot access the internet. To solve this, you can use the proxy mode. Okay, so that's what they're saying. When I'm connected to the camera, because I'm not now connected to Wi-Fi, I might not be able to access the internet anymore from my phone. Now, I think maybe intuitively I might be able to access it using cellular, but I think I'm going to go ahead and allow it. That's basically saying, hey, can my phone apps use the internet through this device as a proxy? And I'm going to go ahead and say enable. I'm not too concerned about that. So theoretically, we've now done that. We've connected that. Let's see. Can we go here? It really wants to update it, but we don't have enough battery. Again, we're going to be in the same place. Got it. It really won't do it. So I guess you guys are going to have to stand by for a minute. We'll let it charge for a few minutes. You won't have to wait. We're going to do some magic and it'll seem like it just happened quick. So be right back. All right. So now we're back. We got our camera all charged up. We're going to go ahead and try to connect it to our application again. And here it goes. Let's go to here, previously connected. It's Bluetooth connecting to the device right now. It's telling us to please connect on this one. And this one is doing its best to connect to my camera. So let's see what happens. All right, Wi-Fi disconnected. Here's where we were. I think you might remember. It wants us to update the firmware. So we're going to do it. Action pod abnormal. Please take the... Wow. So that's kind of crazy, right? Make sure you take the back battery off. Okay, well, let's do it. It's a little bit unusual, right? We took the red. There was a red sticker. It's right over here. We took it off. I've made sure, just so you know, there's these dots. There's these dots in the case. It looks like it was in there right. So let's give it a go again and see what happens. It's kind of concerning. Retry. Upload firmware. It seems to be going through now. So it must have just been something, you know, some little glitch in the matrix, right? All right. So hopefully it won't take too long. I think we're getting close. This says 58%. This says 85%. Is it dyslexic or is it just not all synced up? Whoa, did you hear that? The camera looks like it's rebooting or something now, right? That's great. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, we're back to more beeping. Let's give it a minute. There it is. Tap to connect to device. Let's do it. Language, English. I'm going to do this too. I can't wait. We did that. It's asking us again to download the software, which we've done. I'm going to set this down. There it is. Activate device. Do I want to activate it? Yes. I've been trying for the longest time. So, activated, confirm. There it goes. It's saying for me to swipe left or right to change the shooting modes. So, There we go. Free frame video. What that is it shoots in a mode where it's taking the whole scene in a very wide format so that you can later go in, you can edit the view, whether you're using a wide view or a linear view. You can add stabilization later. You can choose whether you want it to be a portrait mode video or you want it to be horizontal mode or you want it to be squared, and you can do all that because it's in freeform mode. Before first use, please follow the steps below to calibrate the gyroscope. Please first hold the release. This is the release over here. I think it's on this side. There's a little button. What we'll do is we'll press that, and then we're going to gently pull this. We're supposed to be able to pull this. Oh, man. That's really tight to pull out, and honestly, it's a little concerning to me because this is the lens cover, so I don't know, but that's what you're supposed to do. So let's go next on here. Gyro calibration. Please place the Go 3 camera with the lens facing upward on a flat surface. There we go. It is on a flat surface. And we're going to hit next. Please ensure the camera has been placed on a flat surface. Do not move the camera during calibration. Start calibration, initializing. Please do not move the camera. So it's doing that because obviously if it's going to try to maintain a horizon, it has to know which way it is. So it has a gyroscope inside which calibrates that. So it's pretty cool. Okay, slide from the edge of the screen. Let's say it again. Slide from the edge of the screen to the left to access image parameter settings. So we'll go ahead and do it. So I'm going to put it in the mount here. I'm going to face it over here towards the box so you all can see. I can use this screen to calibrate where I'm at. You can see our light up there. I'm going to go ahead and put it nice up and close. Okay, here's the exposure value, which I kind of inadvertently messed with. We do have this little screen. It's pretty good. It's a nice and crisp screen, so we can really see what it's doing. We have color modes here: vivid, rich, moderate, and again, you can see it changing in this screen to see, well, what's it going to look like if I want to select that. It's pretty cool. Contrast, warm tone for outdoor, whole bunch of different filters. Now you have white balance. It's on auto white balance. You can change the white balance manually to your desired liking or to calibrate to your light color. So that's pretty cool. The picture on it is very good. I mean, honestly, can you guys see this? It's small, but it's good. And I'm assuming that once we get out of this mode, we'll be able to see it even better. So this is low light stabilization. That's cool. And then we have a manual mode where we can go through and set our ISO. We can set our shutter speed. We can set everything manually if we want to do it that way. It was doing a pretty good job though. So I'm going to just, for right now, at least for sure, just let it be. Now let's see. Did we ever connect to this phone? Because we're supposed to be able to do all this from the phone. I'm not supposed to have to, my eyes aren't as good as they once were. So I want to do it from the phone. So let's see what happens if we go to here. Now we instantly see it says preview is compressed. So that means don't expect it to be as good of a picture as you're really going to get because it's compressed. But we can see it. We can come in here. We can change the frame of view, what it's going to record. We can change the mode. Down here somewhere, this is an auto mode, but we can go to manual, adjust all the same settings that we were just looking at in that little small screen. Here's the resolution. We can change the resolution. It's at 1440, 30 frames per second. We can also in here control what the ratio is. So that's obviously going to take it from portrait to landscape and back. See, now if you look down here, it's saying free frame video. That's why we have some of these choices, because we're in that mode. Now, we could also just go to video, and here we are with video, and we have similar settings in here, but the only thing that's different is in free frame, it's not going to let you in free frame, it will let you adjust all those things afterward. But again, you'll wind up with a 1080 video instead of 2.7. So it's pretty cool. The app is very powerful. It's got editor built into there where you can just quickly get them in. You can do a little quick edit. You can do your stuff, export it. It's a very powerful. Here's time lapse. Here's the free frame video. We've got time shift. We've got slow motion. We've got a lot of different shooting modes that we can use, loop recording. And as always, that we keep saying is, look how small. So this is just magnetic. So we're going to pop that out. And look how small the camera is. It's really, really small, right? And then we can use this to see this. Now also, the other thing that we want to talk about is that not only can we do it with this application, but when we're out in the field, so we have the camera in the case like this. Now it's functioning like it would any action camera. See, it says, okay, so when the app is connected, it'll black out the screen to save battery. So I'm going to come in here to the app and I'm going to go ahead and get out of this app so that it's not connected, hopefully, because I don't want to save battery. I want to use this thing. So let's see what it's going to do now. So there, swipe up for shooting specs. I can change everything. Maybe I don't want to do it. These are helpers. I'm sure we can get out of these eventually. Slide down for device settings. There's our device settings screens where we can control all the different functions of the camera, which is cool. And there's a couple screens in there. And edge to the screen to the right to access the album. There's no footage, so we don't have anything. So we say, got it. Now we're finally through their setup, their little tutorial. And as you can see, there it is. It's functioning. Okay, so it's pretty cool because you can flip up the screen and then you get like a selfie cam. So you can see there, you'll be able to see our camera. See that? Okay, so you get a little selfie screen. And I guess you could probably also do it somewhere in between. Like this, it's just rotated. So at a certain point, I could do it this way. So if I wanted to hold the camera down low, if I had a selfie stick or something, I can also see the screen from below. So that's pretty cool to have an articulating screen that goes all the way up and automatically detects that it's up and turns into a selfie screen. That's pretty cool. I love that. And then what I was about to show you is if I just push this release and I'm going to pull the camera back out without pushing the side button, or maybe I did. It went to resolution again. It's asking me what ratio, what format I want. I want to try a vertical video, so I'm going to set it for that. And then I'm going to get out of this menu, and it says live preview is compressed. It always keeps reminding me that. But the cool part is, if you can see, is the case now has become a remote viewing, oh, there it goes, a remote viewing device. It's compressed so it's not high res, but now I can see what it is I'm shooting, even though there's no screen on this one. So that's super cool. I can make adjustments to what resolution and those kind of things right here, even though this might be stuck on something, away from me. You can only get about 10 feet away, but it's really cool. Now, one thing that you'll want to know, oh, look, and see, I was wondering, and I just got my answer, is if I turn this sideways, I get this in portrait mode also. So I do have a decent sized preview of what I'm looking at. I don't have to be stuck in that other format for preview, which would be kind of aggravating. So this piece here, once it's out, you do have on the front, there's a little button actually built in. I think we might have showed you, we use this to turn the camera on. You hold it down, you can hold it down to turn it off, and you can also just simply push the push the front of it, and you'll see that this blue light, if I do it, there it goes. It's going to turn to red, and that means, guess what? It's recording. That's all you have to do. So you can have this mounted on your hat or on your chest, and all you have to do to start and stop the recording is simply push the button, and there, it's that easy. So I can mount this anywhere, Bam, turn it on, turn it off. This thing is super awesome. I'm so impressed with this. I'm just anxious. I'm about to take this outside, get some footage. I'll try to include a little bit of it for you so you can see the resolution. We're going to come back. I think you might have remembered I had taken this GoPro 11 Black. We're going to do a review of these. We're going to do a side-by-side. We're going to test them out and see which one we like better and what purpose it serves. Now, one thing I can tell you without anything is this is smaller than this, like this. Now, when you take this out of here, there's no comparison, right? Do you see this? Do you see it, right? There's no comparison. Yes, this is 4. It goes to 5K, over 5K. But for certain purposes, this is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you follow us. Come back and check out the video we're going to do. We'll compare the two. Hopefully we'll get some cool shots with this. I'm excited. This thing is pretty brand new. It's a little bit hard to get, but I got one and I'm really stoked. So tune in and we'll see you soon.
All right, folks, thanks for watching this episode. Hey, if there's something you'd love to see on this show, leave us a comment below. We appreciate you.